From political upheavals to natural disasters, the world has witnessed its fair share of shocking events that have left an indelible mark on history. These incidents have not only shaped societies, but have also reshaped our perceptions of the world and our place within it. Here are 15 such events that shook the world to its core. 9/11 attacks. On September 11, 2001, the world watched in horror as terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airplanes in the United States, crashing 2 into the World Trade Center towers in New York City, 1 into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the other into a field in Pennsylvania. Nearly 3,000 people lost their lives in the deadliest terrorist attack in history, forever altering global security measures. Indian Ocean tsunami. On December 26, 2004, a massive undersea earthquake triggered a series of devastating tsunamis along the coasts of 14 countries bordering the Indian Ocean. The disaster claimed the lives of over 230,000 people and left millions homeless, prompting an unprecedented international relief effort. Fukushima nuclear disaster. Following a powerful earthquake and tsunami in Japan on March 11, 2011, the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant experienced a catastrophic meltdown, releasing radioactive material into the environment. It was the worst nuclear disaster since Chernobyl in 1986, leading to widespread health concerns and renewed scrutiny of nuclear energy. Arab Spring. Beginning in late 2010, a wave of protests and uprisings spread across several Arab countries, demanding political reforms, economic equality, and an end to authoritarian rule. The movement led to the overthrow of long-standing regimes in Tunisia, Egypt, Libya, and Yemen, while sparking ongoing conflicts in Syria and elsewhere. Breivik massacre. On July 22, 2011, Anders Behring Breivik, a right-wing extremist, carried out 2 attacks in Norway that left 77 people dead and many more injured. His first attack was a car bomb in Oslo that killed 8 people and injured dozens. He then traveled to the island of Utøya, where he opened fire at a youth camp, killing 69 people, most of them teenagers. Breivik claimed that his actions were necessary to combat multiculturalism and the perceived threat of Islamization in Europe. As I stand here, looking out at the devastation that surrounds me, I am filled with a deep sense of sorrow and anger. How could one man cause so much pain and suffering? How could someone be so filled with hate that they would take the lives of innocent people without a second thought? I remember that day like it was yesterday. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and the laughter of children filled the air. It was supposed to be a day of joy and celebration, a day for young people to come together and share their hopes and dreams for the future. But then he came. Anders Behring Breivik was a man consumed by his twisted ideology, a man who saw nothing but enemies in the faces of those around him. He brought with him death and destruction, leaving a trail of devastation in his wake. I can still hear the screams of the terrified teenagers as he opened fire, their cries for help echoing in my ears. I can still see the look of fear and confusion on their faces as they realize that their lives are in danger. I can still feel the weight of their loss, the emptiness that now fills the hearts of those who loved them. And for what? For what twisted cause did he commit such unspeakable acts? For his warped sense of righteousness, his belief that he alone knew the truth, and that anyone who disagreed with him was an enemy to be eliminated. But the truth is, there is no justification for what he did. There is no excuse for the pain and suffering he inflicted on so many innocent people. There is no way to make sense of the senseless, to find meaning in the meaningless. And yet, as I stand here amidst the rubble and the ruins, I am filled with a sense of hope. Hope that even in the face of such darkness, there is still light to be found. Hope that even amid such tragedy, there is still love and compassion to be shared. For in the aftermath of his rampage, I have seen the best of humanity shine through. I have seen strangers come together to support one another, to comfort one another, to rebuild what was lost. I have seen the resilience and strength of those who refused to be broken by his hate, who refused to let his actions define who they are. And so, as I look out at the scars that mark this place, I am reminded that while he may have taken lives, he will never take our spirit. He may have caused pain, but he will never extinguish the flame of hope that burns within us. And so, we will remember those we lost, we will honor their memory, and we will continue to stand together, united in our determination to never let hate win. For in the end, it is not the darkness that defines us, but the light that we choose to shine in the face of it.